Sure. Okay. So yeah, welcome to today's team leader tactics session. We've been doing these every couple of weeks. We missed 2 weeks ago, a little bit of travel going on here. But today's topic is recruiting or agent attraction or whatever your company wants you to call it. Basically, tactics and strategies for using KV Core and getting people interested in joining your team. So Bert, I think you'd agree there's lots of different ways to go about this.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's such an important, driver of business growth outside of just putting up deals and closing transactions. If you're, running a team or an admin of a brokerage, this is probably on your to-do list.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do today, I thought a fun way to approach this might be to just show a recruiting funnel build using KV Core. This is actually something I've been meaning to personally do in my local market. So I said, you know what, this is good inspiration. And I'm going to kind of build out one approach to doing this that touches upon some KV Core tools and kind of editorialize along the way. But just keep in mind, there's lots of different ways to skin this cat. So let's go ahead and start. So the actual first part of my funnel build is going to be some kind of thank you page that people land on to get information about my company or whatever I might be giving away. And what I went and built earlier today, I'm going to bring it up here in a new window, is I built this on a custom page inside of KV Core. And in the past, I've also done this using a KV Core landing page. But one of the reasons I've been using these custom pages of late is because they allow me to put multiple links on the same page. And by putting multiple links on the same page, it allows me to have multiple front-end offers that redirect to the same thank you page. So what you're looking at now is basically a thank you page designed for if people want are opting into any of my offers. In the background here, I'm not going to play the video, but it's just basically me. I use Zoom to put the background of one of our offices on there because I'm in like a farmhouse and the background is awful here. I don't have a green screen or anything. So I did that and then recorded with Screencast-O-Matic. And it's just basically a hey, hello, a couple of blurbs about the company, and a call to action to schedule a quick one-on-one, which there's a link down below, or to text the broker directly. And then below that, there are some resources. And we'll talk about what these are, but basically these resources are the things that we might give away as lead magnets in order to get people to opt in and learn more about us. So what I basically do here, it says up top, it says, if you requested a resource, you'll find it near the bottom of the page. And then it's just this generic video of me saying, hey, thanks for your interest, schedule a demo. This goes to my Calendly link or whatever your calendar scheduling link is. I have this page set up here for a 15-minute meeting. And then again, there's a text call to action. So you would do whatever is comfortable to you. If you want people to just text you, if you want them to shoot you an email, if you have a Calendly account, that's probably a good way to go. Some kind of booking link. Go ahead, Bert.
I was going to say where I see that text the broker owner, Delia Davidson. Mm-hmm. Another approach I might take there is to use our good old text to capture.
Yeah.
Hey, would you like to speak with broker owner Delia Davidson? Text broker to, and then throw out that smart number. And then that keyword can hashtag the lead and kick off a campaign where it assigns directly to Delia, a text back from Delia 5 minutes later saying, hey, thanks so much. I'm going to give you a call here in just a bit. And then a scheduled call. Could be as simple as 2 actions or similar.
So it could be custom code Delia chat or something like that. And then the reply is, it was a great, what time is best for a chat?
Exactly.
That could be, just starts the conversation. As Bert said, it might just be, you might use the hashtag recruiting or agent or something like that.
Yeah. And then you can decide if that hashtag is going to trigger future actions through a campaign you can put together, now or at any given point in time.
Yep. So that would be definitely. So, and you could also use that chat front end. I don't have this on my slides here, but this could be on the back of your business card. So the back of your business card could be curious about, thinking about making a change, because you're handing your business card to other agents all the time, probably. Well, when you used to see them, or you're leaving them at showings for sure, right? You drop the card, and the listing agent's going to pick it up, and maybe other agents might see it. So a sneaky little technique like to have on the back of your business card, want to learn about our 90-10 commission splits or whatever it might be. click here, text here for here. So
exactly.
Yeah, very cool. So, so the first step, have some kind of thank you page. I did it the lazy way. I can put all of my lead magnets on one page. That's basically the long and short of this. If you're making more specific offers, you could also have specific thank you pages for that. All right, so I've got my thank you page ready to go. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build out a quick landing page, and I might build a series of these over time, but I was thinking I might show, let's do one that's offering direct info about our brokerage and one that's offering a specific piece of content. So there's kind of two approaches here. So I'm going to go into the lead engine. I'm going to click build landing page. And I am going to just use our lead generation template here. And I'll just use the hashtag recruiting. And then we'll do learn more now. And then my URL after login, that's our custom page here. And I'm realizing now, Bert, I meant to show people how to create that custom page. We'll circle back on that in a second after I build this page.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I think most people will probably have attempted to build one, but we'll show that quickly. So I can require a phone or not. I like to not require a phone. And then my background, we have a bunch of templates. I could use an image of the office if I want, right? I can put a custom URL there, or I can just, I've been liking using this agent/recruiting, just a nice clean looking background image. And then if we're going to be targeting other agents, we might say, considering switching real estate offices, right? Or you can use any of these, looking for a new broker. I mean, this is a very direct approach, and you're probably going to have a less opt-ins on this particular page if you drive traffic to it, but the people who do opt in, might do that. So looking for a new broker, considering, I'm going to go with considering switching. Learn about Forever Florida's, and then put your main benefit. And Forever Florida is kind of like a little boutique. Learn about Forever Florida's simple, uncomplicated 80/20 commission plans with no fees and free KV Core, right? Something like that. So, and this is gonna be different for everybody watching, right? This isn't about like comparing, everybody's got some big benefits about where you're at, and just kind of summarize those there, okay? So like that, and very simple page, right? So I might save this. Where's my save button? Bert, you're
right. Yep, right there in the corner.
Yeah, you're sitting on top of it, like my Zoom view of you.
Oh, gotcha.
So nobody else can see that, but there we go. So I'll just save this. A little pro tip, guys. I like to save my landing pages. I drag them down into a bookmark folder in Chrome here, so that I don't lose them later. So, and
That's
then
a good idea.
Yeah. And then another approach we might take, and this is probably going to get you more leads over time, but maybe less targeted leads. So if you're thinking top of funnel and longer incubation cycle that any agent in your market might opt into, you can use specific pieces of content. So if you scroll down to the bottom of my page here, you'll see I have a bunch of our previous webinars that I invite. They're on YouTube. Any of you guys can use them. For example, I have this how to build a real estate growth system webinar that kind of features KV Core and shows it off a little bit, but mostly talks about how to build real estate marketing funnels, right? So I might build a page like that that's geared toward the general audience of real estate agents. I might even get rid of our logo. I double click to get rid of that. How to build a modern real estate growth system that gets you fresh leads, that gets you a never-ending stream. I'm going to I'm going to hype a little here. A never-ending stream of fresh leads and conversations with buyers and sellers who might want to list with you someday. All right, so I'm embellishing a little bit. I could fill out the bullets. I don't ever like using the bullets. I feel like I risk my copywriting not hitting the mark and confusing people and suppressing conversions. So I like to just do this. We can pick different background here.
I like that. It's your building.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's leave that
Yeah.
one. If you enter a cell number, we'll text you our real estate marketing tip of the week every Saturday morning. So there is this idea, and we're going to talk about how to follow up with these leads, but maybe we give them a reason why they're going to text us, right? So, and then our button here says see the list now. Well, I'm going to do watch the webinar replay now, right? Again, our hashtag here is recruiting. I'm filling that out up top. And it's the same, because we have this global thank you page, is very handy. Anytime I'm making a new offer for recruiting, all I need to do is just send them to this same page again. That's kind of the beauty of that global page. So that's that. I think we're looking pretty good. No typos. Cool. We'll save. I get my link up here. I'll drag that for later down into my landing pages. So it's just sitting there for me. So this would in kind of corporate speak, this would be a marketing qualified lead. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that term. I think an MQL, right? Like where it's kind of like you're offering some piece of content, and then if the other offer is kind of more direct demo, like a direct thing, you want to switch offices now. This is going to get you more leads probably, but you're less likely to have somebody who's ready to switch offices right now. For my money, I'd rather go this route because this is the long game anyway, right? And recruiting is, somebody might not be ready to switch for a year or two. They might be waiting to clear out their pipeline so they don't lose money. There's all kinds of reasons why this is a long game. So to me, this is like the first step in starting to get people into my pipeline.
And I would say it doesn't hurt to do both, just knowing in advance that these leads you're probably going to have to plan for a longer conversion, maybe have a nice long smart campaign in place, some content that you drip on them along the way. It's going to be more of that kind of a route, whereas the others, they've taken the bite to possibly making a change here in the short term. And it's just for whatever you're doing, whether you're doing this kind of recruiting or other types of lead gen, it's good to know kind of where in the funnel your leads are following for the most part, and adopting the follow-up strategy accordingly.
Yeah, for sure. So I had one more that I do want to share with people, because I think this is a little bit ninja, a little bit more advanced, and I'm not going to give you the content for this one. You're going to have to do it yourself. But this one is going to be, I'll give you the landing page. This is going to be attracting people who aren't in the business yet. And I think this is a really good one if you're really playing the long game. So, and to me, it just looks like this: how to become a real estate agent and do something, and don't say and make 6 figures your first year, and make, and sell 3 to 12 houses your first year, you can make an income claim, but make it reasonable, like 50,000 your first year or something. Because there are a lot of people out there who are looking for business opportunities or side hustles, right? That's a really massive market. And you have the opportunity to maybe create a thank you webinar or video or free ebook that they opt into. And you can redirect them here. I think I even put new agent tactics webinar. That's not quite this content, but that was one of our webinars that I put there. You could put that, like, how to become a new agent would just be a link, and it could be a Google Doc or a PDF. So that's 3 good ones, I think. Totally not an agent yet. They're already an agent. They're looking to switch, or they're an agent and they're not explicitly looking to switch, but you're dangling some content. I think those 3 will have us covered.
And I would say always put a tag up there when you build these, just because it gives you then the option to do something downstream and build it behind that tag, because tags can launch campaigns. And then every squeeze page has got a tag. You can build something for that squeeze page, even if it's just a copy or clone of another campaign you've already got it going, and you maybe just made a couple tweaks so it kind of jibes with your target. Yeah.
If you enter your cell number, we'll text you to set up a one-on-one consult about starting your career in real estate. So as Bert said, I set the hashtag up there, and you can do 2. So I did new agent, recruiting. So let's save this one too.
So you can do more than one hashtag. It's just a comma, no spaces.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
She probably knows. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I know you can do it. I just hope I did it right. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay.
I think you can do 2, but I'm not 90. I'm like 99% sure.
Well, here's how we'll know.
Yeah, if only we could test it.
If only there was some way.
So let's do that. And it is good, guys, to always test just to make sure your page works, right? So I click it. It's going to redirect me, right? There's our thank you page. The video, guys, is a nice touch. You don't have to do a video, but it really helps people get to know you. You know, shy. And then let's take a look at the lead that came in here. Aha! It worked.
Cool.
It did. So 1 comma, no spaces. Is that right?
Correct. It worked that way. I don't know if it works with a space, but it definitely worked with no spaces.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. So that's what phase are we at here? So we built our landing page. This is sort of our lead magnet. It's our thing to drive traffic to. Now, what we're probably going to want to have is some kind of quick, smart campaign, right? That talks to these people. And depending on what your plan is for follow-up, you may not need to put a lot of work into this campaign. And the way that I would approach this, I think for recruiting, is to actually keep the information you're going to send fresh, meaning like tips, tricks, stories about your business. We're going to talk about follow-up in a minute. So my smart campaign doesn't need to be, I don't think it needs to be that complicated. You're welcome to build a long meandering smart campaign though. You know, do it however you want. So let's go in, we're going to go into marketing. We'll go to smart campaigns. Oops. I don't even know, I haven't checked, guys. Do we have anything for recruiting out of the box? I don't even know that we do. I think one of the things we will do, and I don't know if everybody on this call knows this, but very soon, everybody in our universe here, probably in the next week or so, will be able to share campaigns with each other. I don't think we're announcing that too publicly yet. It's a little bit in beta, but we will be able to build you a recruiting campaign, or you'll be able to build one and then have your whole team use it, or people at other offices who are at your same company, things like that.
There's just the campaigns that come with ideal
estate,
the recruiting. Right? Yeah.
We'll talk about them at the end of this webinar. I will give them a little plug and overview. So let's go add campaign. And then I'm just going to do hashtag is, and I'm just going to call it recruiting. Right. This is my rule for when people enter the campaign. I'm not going to pick always run. I'm going to click next. This is designed for agent, right? Campaign name, recruiting. Now, as we did, you might have a separate one for new agents, one for seasoned agents, but we're going to keep it simple for recruiting here. I think we look pretty good. Hit finish. And then we're going to need a quick email. So I'm going to have to build a quick template. Add template, email template. Recruiting welcome is what I'll call this. Thanks for checking out Forever Florida Real Estate. Your resource enclosed. Here's me with doing that kind of like generic thing, whatever they requested, in case it was a lead magnet. So this campaign will work for whatever they happen to opt in for, right? Where your resources enclosed. And this is pretty simple from here. Hi, thanks for checking out Forever Florida Real Estate. Just now, you can access the resources and more details about us at, right? What am I going to do? I'm going to either paste my whole link there, or I can do by clicking this link. So then I would hover like this. Boom, boom. Thanks. And I would just do this, Brian. And then PS, just curious, how long have you been in the business? Something like that. Something conversation starting. Okay, maybe something like that. And then I'll include my global signature under there and add template. I'm also remembering something. So that's the email. Let's finish this line of thought before seeing squirrels. So I'll go back to my campaign, recruiting. Okay, I'll open that up. And then I'll just add that email, right? Recruiting email 1. search recruiting. I think it was recruiting welcome. Yeah, I can view the template. Agent to contact. I'll just run that immediately and add. And then maybe I'll add a quick call, right? Attempt call. You know, and most agents, you're probably gonna be able to just Google their email. You don't even really need the phone number, right? Most of us are pretty findable. Call and leave voicemail. And I'll just schedule that for like, you know, it'll just come up as a task, you know, a minute later or whatever. And so to me, this is enough to start, right? To start testing my campaign, because I know what I'm going to do is over time, I'm just going to start mass emailing and mass texting all these leads whenever I have interesting stuff to engage with my company. So, but again, you may decide you want to have something a little longer that sort of drips information about your company, and that does make sense too. So I'm going to set my campaign to active. And that's pretty good as a base campaign. From there, you can add more touches. Once that's built, we are good to start driving some traffic. Any questions out there, Bert, in the chat?
I'm not seeing any questions, or Annalise has been handling it.
Cool. So we'll keep cruising along. Again, we're doing kind of a quick funnel build here. I know I'm moving a little fast. If you're watching the replay of this, remember you can always slow me down by clicking the gear at the bottom right of the player. For those of you watching live, you'll be able to watch the replay. Now, traffic for recruiting, to me, the three main channels that come to mind, and I'm sure there are many more, would be Facebook ads and LinkedIn ads targeting real estate agents with job titles related to real estate or who like real estate related stuff. And then we have cold email. So I'm going to kind of not do the whole ad here, but I'm going to go into each of these platforms and just show you how to do the targeting. And I'm going to leave the creative up to you because I don't know that we're going to have enough time to build in-depth ads for each of these channels. So let's go into Facebook. We might have time. We are moving along. So let's go into this Facebook account here. I will create a new campaign. Okay, I'm just going to do a simple traffic campaign. One thing that you're going to run into when you're running ads to real estate pros is Facebook's going to think you're doing a special ad category ad. It's a big pain because they're going to, if you choose the housing option here, it's going to be hard to target real estate agents specifically. If you don't choose it, based on the language in your ad, they may say that you need the special category. Now, what happens if it gets bumped back at you? This is a little advanced, guys. If it gets bumped back, you can appeal the decision and say, hey, this is the language to use that has worked for me many times is to say, hey, this is a B2B ad. I'm attracting agents to my business. This is not a B2C, business to consumer ad. So I don't need a special category. Hopefully that is useful to people if that happens to you. I'm going to leave the special category off, and I'm going to try to avoid being tagged a special category by wording my ad accordingly. So I'm just going to put recruiting, and it doesn't always work. And then my ad set name is going to be Pinellas Agents. Set a daily budget. And then my audience, well, first I need to go here to location, and I will choose the county. And then I will go to my detailed targeting right here. And we can do stuff like real estate broker. Type that in. Give Facebook a minute to find it. Usually it does. There it goes. And you see these job titles? If I click the first one, I can then click suggestions and it'll give me some similar ones. Estate advisor, where's my realtor? Usually realtor is a good one to use. Okay. Oh, where's my realtor? That's close enough.
There it is.
Yeah.
Do you generally want to take the time to like pick every single one? There's all kinds of variations.
Yeah, you can pick a few. I think the algorithm's pretty good. You can even do the detailed targeting expansion. And Facebook's pretty much going to find them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you know, don't stress too much about it. And you can do reach people beyond your targeting if you want to, like that. So you see this found less than 1,000. I'll just do the expansion and see how it works. If I feel like I'm getting a lot of, it's not performing well, maybe I'll split out the ad set and doing it without expansion. As a rule, the algorithm just finds people based on your creative if you let it run long enough.
Gotcha.
It's just creepy and smart. So we'll just continue. We're going to attach this to our Facebook page, to our Instagram account. And then we're going to run a simple ad. I might as well finish it now. So let's do, looking to see if there's anything in here I could use right off the bat just to save time. Let's grab one of these pages. Let's run our how to become a real estate agent. And let's see what happens. The ad might get kicked back, but it might not. I haven't tried doing this, a screenshot of the actual page. Just upload a screenshot of that page. I'm curious to see what would happen. If this doesn't work, just use an image or a video that's representative. If you can do a video of yourself talking to people, that's always good too. So. Okay, so this is the one that's B2C, and I kind of ruined it here because I did all that targeting stuff. You wouldn't need to do all that targeting stuff if you were doing the B2C. So let's do it the other way. Here. I feel, Bert, like I need to finish this now. So let's.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, let's see it through.
Realtor funny. Let's do something funny. Oh, I got it. We're gonna go Glengarry.
You're not going to dip your toe into a pool or anything?
Nope, not that.
Okay.
Let's go. There we go. Well, they'll just do this.
Copies for closers, man.
Yeah, everybody knows this. So here we go. Okay, all right. We're going to do this right. Get rid of that. We're going to even create a video. How about that? I think we have time. So we're going to use the image creation tool. We're going to upload that Glengarry image. This has gotten a little more challenging. We'll frame a single image here. You pick one of the ones that says single image. Okay, and then, sorry guys. This used to be so much easier, Annalisa, remember?
I do, and they frequently update things at such a pace where you just get it down, and they're like, nope, haha, and they move it around again.
My goodness.
Yeah, we don't want just Alec Baldwin's chin and tie. That's not gonna.
Well, it'll scroll. You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, it will. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't have a forehead, Bert. Okay.
Yeah.
So our text overlay is how to build, or just to watch this real estate webinar because it's about them, right? Watch this real estate webinar. All right. Not the best copy, but we'll just go with that. So, and then free recorded webinar, how to build yourself a real estate growth system. Now, a best practice here would be to kind of make the ad say exactly what's in the copy of your landing page. So when they get there, it kind of matches the intent of their click. Right. And headline, how to build a real estate growth system. And then you'll see here, it says this can take between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. It takes longer than that sometimes. It's kind of a little bit annoying, but it's going to render this video that I just created and it'll show the preview off to the right side. But basically what we have, my last step is I need to put the URL here. All right, so I'll copy that. And our preview should show up here in just a minute. It's still building the video, so it grabbed the preview from the landing page from the back. But once the video renders, it'll show the video in that spot with Alec Baldwin and his tie and everything. So let's just leave this sit for a minute while that renders. So that's a Facebook ad. And basically what it's going to do again, it's going to show to people who have real estate job titles in our market. There we go. See what it did, Bert? Kind of.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it scrolls up and down.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You might get a haha,
Okay.
haha, that's funny. You know, always be closing. Hopefully you get some comments or something.
Yeah.
How to build a modern real estate growth system that gets you a never-ending stream of fresh leads, conversations, buyers. You might want to list you someday. Now, I ran this off of our business page. If you want to be even a little less, make it feel a little less like a recruiting ad, you could always do something like interesting real estate content as your fan page name, your business page name. That's just something generic related to real estate. Okay. So yeah, the recording of this, we're getting some requests. I'll just drop the link to everybody. We have a playlist on our YouTube page channel for this particular series of webinars, and I'm going to drop it to everybody here. These are our team tactics webinars. So there's the full playlist. Those are the first 4 that I'm dropping to you guys. And then this one will be added to that later today. It'll be at the top of that list or the bottom. Okay. So there's our ad. I'll click publish. And we've kind of got a full throttle funnel here now. We've got a Facebook ad driving traffic to a landing page. Somebody opts in. They go to our thank you page. Where was that? They go here. They hear me talking to them. They're like, this guy's a doof. I don't want to talk to him. No thanks. or they go, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. Like I'm thinking about switching offices, and they schedule a one-on-one meeting, or they text the broker, or both. And then they find their how to build a real estate growth system webinar down in the list. But they're also like, oh, what's this KV Core thing? And they start clicking on that. They're like, what's this new agent tactics webinar? So we're kind of pulling them into our fold in an automated fashion. So that's our funnel. That's the Facebook. I will not build a full LinkedIn ad, but I'll show you guys very quickly what it looks like at LinkedIn to target. It's very similar. And I haven't actually tried targeting agents with a real estate ad yet, at least in recent times for recruiting. But I've been doing a fair amount of LinkedIn for another venture, and I'll just show you where that is. So I'll test. So you go in, you create the campaign, and then it's very similar. Create campaign. You kind of just go through the wizard here. It looks similar to Facebook. See, I'm doing my website visits, and then what you're going to be looking for is audience attributes, I think, and then job experience, and then job titles. And that's going to get you to like realtor, I think. Right? So realtor associate, you check those off, and then make sure you pick your geography. Some of you guys are recruiting nationally, so it doesn't matter, right? You could just pick the whole country, or if you want to pick in your local state or whatever, or county, you would choose that. But the rest of this is very similar. The creative side of it's a little different. If you're going to do a video ad, you have to create it off LinkedIn. But just know that LinkedIn, a lot more expensive, but you're probably more likely to hit the target directly. And you probably have less competition here for realtors. That's just an assumption I'm making, but I bet you do have less competition here than you do on Facebook. So there's that. And then the last traffic channel that you might attach to this is something we don't talk a lot about, but is something that can work really well for pretty much whatever you're doing. And that is cold email. And I know a lot of you guys have gone out and from time to time and bought email lists, or you have lists. Cold email is basically not spamming. It's kind of where you're mailing one-to-one, and you're using software to directly mail from your Gmail account a couple of emails at a time, kind of around the clock on automated way that feels like a one-to-one. It's a little bit gray hat, but a lot of big companies are using this, and you can get awesome training on this. Just come to mailshake.com, which is a cold emailing company. I've used in the past. I'm happy to say that they're legit and good and fun to use. And then they have some really good training, free training right here that shows you all about cold email. So without going too deep on that topic, I definitely think if you are going to recruit in a real way, it's a channel worth exploring because it's direct. Okay, so there's that. We've got our traffic. We've got our funnel built with some traffic sources. And in theory, if I left this running, I'd do pretty well. The only thing I need to do next, once I have a landing page working in a traffic source, is start to stalk people. Not stalk, but is to kind of like do the things, you know, for follow-up that you should do. So if somebody opts in, see if you can find them on social media. They're a real estate pro, you probably can. You can find them on Facebook, shoot them a friend request, you know, be cool and casual. Don't, you know, I wouldn't jump right in and be like, hey, when are you joining? Right. But ask them some questions about themselves and do the normal thing. Retargeting, not time for this today, but I will definitely set up some YouTube and Facebook retargeting. If somebody hits this landing page, I can have a Facebook ad that follows people around and says, hey, thanks for checking us out. Kind of does all the same stuff. I might actually retarget back and use the same video I have here and just have them click back to this page. So something to consider. A little more advanced, not time today to kind of go deep on that, but just put it in the back of your head is once you have this humming, think about retargeting.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Before you go further, go back to the find on social media, because there's a tool within the KV Core contact record that you can actually find people on Facebook, LinkedIn, etc.
Okay.
In just a couple of clicks. So just open up any one of those folks.
Let's see, I'll just do one of my newer leads here.
On the right-hand side, it's all about communication. So on that right column under more actions, below that first section, there's also find on Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, and then you have your third-party access with people in Spokio, which of course you could incur a fee with them. However, if the email address they use to sign up matches what they used for KV Core, you might be able to just go right to that profile. This is also really handy if you hire a VA to do a job like check Facebook profiles for birthdays and add them in so you can automate your birthdays.
Yeah.
That's another thing you could do there.
Yeah, very cool. So I kind of know it was this guy because I saw his email. This is actually my guy right here.
Yeah.
Happened to be a lender. He was probably cruising one of our trainings. But
and if you go back to the top on the left side of this page, click that
shield.
The shield, or now it's a badge, yeah, ribbon. Click that. Yeah. This will run the validation, and there's his Twitter and there's his LinkedIn profile, and a note on your KV Core.
See, I did not know this. Why does I do this every webinar? Why is that? Like, how am I supposed to know to click that?
Well, it's also underneath the summary on the left-hand side. So basically you can look at it as the summary about who they are, how the heck did they get to my site, when were they lost on my site, and then the validation lands underneath that as well. Gotcha. So it's going to be on the timeline and on that left-hand column.
And just so for our audience's information, this is done through a service called Cole Data. It's available on all of your leads, and it's a great way to, it's how that star rating is generated, is were we able to find corroborating social media on the email? Yeah, it's not a perfect system, but it gives you kind of a rough cut, you know, value add on is, you know, see how this guy's got email quality excellent. That means that email address was correlated with something else online that he used it to sign up for.
Yep.
Awesome. So run the validation and follow up and stalk, right?
But don't go as far as like sorting their recycling at like midnight.
Yeah.
Just be the email and phone maybe.
Yeah. Just say hello.
Yeah.
Because that is, you know, and the idea here is just like regular internet, you know, seller and buyer leads. They're probably not ready to deal with you yet, but you're starting to build top of mind status. So be cool. All right. And then for my money, the most important thing is then to start to engage on an ongoing basis. You can use drip campaigns for this, but try to mass text or email something. I think once a week is appropriate. So agent success story. So if you have an agent that's killing it, you know, they joined the business 3 months ago and they've already got 5 deals pending. That's a good one, right? And then you write a quick email. Hey, just wanted to tell you a little success story one of our agents had. You know, they came in, they started using KV Core, they plugged into our office meetings, and they've got 5 deals pending, right? Write an email explaining that. Videos about KV Core. So you can use our YouTube channel and just send an email like, hey, here's a quick, you know, just wanted to mention, not sure you're aware, but we offer KV Core at our office. Here's a quick video about their smart campaign feature or something. And then I have the last thing here is use our webinars. Maybe not this one, but if you go to insiderealestate.com/webinars, you'll see couple of years worth of stuff here, and not every one of these is relevant, but some of them are, like our LinkedIn tactics webinar with Kevin. We've done some stuff around open houses, about landing pages. Feel free to use these as either re-engaging content or as content that you can give away as part of your funnels in order to engage agents. Because
another fun piece of someone else's content is infographics. Maybe it's an infographic you find about the local market and that kind of thing. Maybe it's just there's a lot of fun infographics out there you can find, and you can push them out and people go, oh, hey, that's interesting information. Like, how much money people are making if they're selling, average real estate sales in the marketplace. There's a bunch of stuff. And if you really want to get at it, maybe go make your own, because that stuff can go viral. But you can find a lot of that kind of stuff in Google. There's whole subreddits on infographics. Although I don't necessarily want to tell everybody to go to Reddit, at your own risk.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. So go find information. There's actually, NAR has some good stuff right here.
There you go. NAR's a safe harbor.
Yep. And then what's that site? Why am I forgetting it? But there's a couple of sites that have really fun real estate stuff. It's just escaping my brain.
Oh, the Brighter Side.
Yeah, the Brighter Side.
Brighter Side is one of them. Yeah.
You might say, hey, I just thought I'd share this Brighter Side of real estate or something like that. Give them Lighter Side. Give them credit, but you can basically go into KV Core and just say, hey Joe, hope you're having a good week. I just want to share this funny, real estate meme that I found on Lighter Side. And that's just an email you send. Just let me know if there's anything I can help you with, or ask a question like, you have any new listings I should be showing, something like that.
That reminds me of a conversation I had with a broker out of upstate New York who had built, I think, like a 13,000 person Facebook group.
Yep.
And he told me that the number one thing that caused his group to grow was just like a comic or something funny that people wanted to share. Whereas the more like meat and potatoes content was interesting, but it wasn't shared nearly as often. So that's just, one to grow on.
Yeah.
Keep it light, keep it fun, keep it entertaining, and they'll want to keep getting more stuff from you.
And you just gave a quick tip there. Create a Facebook group.
Oh yeah, create a Facebook group. Call it your area real estate and homeowners help group or something like that. Keep it kind of broad, keep it interesting. You almost want the group to grow itself once you've kind of gotten sort of like enough people that they want to submit their own content and engage, and that's another direction to go.
Yeah. So as you're creating this content, I think you guys probably know how to do this, but just remember the feature you're probably going to use for it is the scheduled mass email. You go to marketing. I can say, hey, let's send a mass email, and we'll send it to everybody with the hashtag recruiting. And of course, the other thing you can send is information about your listings, actual stuff that you want other agents to engage with, or if you have brokers opens and things like that. Why is that popping up? I might not have generated an actual lead with the recruiting hashtag yet. So here, we'll just pick one that already exists. So you pick the hashtag you're using for recruiting, and you just type your email here. Cool. So that is.
Can you go back to one I think we might have missed, the how to change your hire and recruiting link?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yep.
Because I don't know how to do that, and I'm curious.
Yeah, I meant to check beforehand. Let's go to WebIDX.
Mm-hmm.
It's a setting in the main edit settings, right, Annalisa?
Yep.
And then
just do a find recruit keyword.
Yeah. Oh, it's hiring, not recruit. Here it is. So hiring link right here.
Mm-hmm.
So join our team. That could be the label on your site. And then our link, if I want, I could use this link. Right, my page there. Or I can link out to one of those landing pages. And then go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the nice thing about this is, when you create the process that Ryan laid out, or even if you have a company that provides like a careers link to the actual company. I mean, you could drop that in there as well, and do recruiting in a couple of different ways.
Yep. So you see the join our team right here.
Yep.
Your homepage is the Money Pit.
Yeah.
Well, nobody visits our homepages anyway. Sorry to break that to everybody, but
no, I tell people that all the time. Your homepage is
it's a brief stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tom Hanks is a national treasure. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just a little side note. For anybody interested, there is a 1-year buyer campaign that has an email that links out to that scene in the Smart Campaigns library. Like, I want to plug that campaign because I put a little work into it.
It's a great campaign, yeah.
Yeah. So I think you just put, buyer 1.
I think it's at the very bottom, along with a conversation starter.
Yeah. Here you go. Buyer nurture 1 year. And basically what I did with this campaign, it just kind of like it links to the Rich Dad channel, links to, here's our Money Pit video email. Right. Okay. This is just keeping you top of mind related to real estate. Isn't really going to like directly sell a house, but it'll kind of make somebody smile right after they see your name. Right.
Yeah. So. Good endorphins will be associated with you.
Yeah.
I think it's sciencey.
I mean, you could take this campaign right here and turn it into a easy follow-up on your recruiting leads campaign. Just duplicate it, go to each message and say, by the way, if you're thinking of changing careers, let's talk about it. Give me a call. And you've got a campaign full of content that's more or less just fun and enjoyable, and you can tack on any message you want. You just got to maybe dupe it and edit the duplicate.
Yeah, really good point. Yeah, a lot of these are definitely relevant either way. There's also I'll include another tip here related to recruiting. You see this becoming a realtor ? So one thing you guys can do is in your regular buyer focused follow-ups or in the PS of your email signature, even just put these little calls to action in there. So, my company. Go ahead.
I'd say if you have core video, you can also embed core video directly into the Smart Campaigns. So you could even make it more personalized layers, occasionally. I wouldn't pepper every single message with one, but you could use that content there as well.
Yep. Definitely.
Or if your video is on YouTube and you don't want to buy core video, you can use the advanced email editor and whip it into a nice little pretty branded message with a video embedded right there.
Yes.
Cool. So that's kind of the funnel build with some ideas. There's probably lots of other ways we could recruit with KV Core. I'll just mention that there is, in the learning portal, there is a recruiting course. I think you go to support and training learning portal, and then you're going to have to search recruiting in here. It's a couple of steps. Recruiting. Yeah, and there's actually two. I think one is one I made earlier, and one's a little different, but some of these same ideas you'll find there as well as some others. And then the next thing that I'll mention is there is Ideal Estate in our marketplace. And let's do this. If you type Ideal Estate, I have got a quick 5-minute video here that kind of explains it, but basically it's kind of like a LinkedIn for real estate. And it does some automated matching of prospects. And I think you could probably go ahead and check out Ideal Estate. You could probably integrate some of the things we've done here and use Ideal Estate as sort of a traffic channel, right? So we mentioned traffic on Facebook, LinkedIn, and cold email, but you could also use Ideal Estate to network. And also the links that you include in your profile could go to some of these things we've just mentioned, like, like a webinar or something like this. So yeah, that's about what I had. Did you guys have anything else for today on the topic?
I just popped in to say hi to everybody because I haven't sat in on one of Bert's webinars in a while. So
cool.
Here I am.
It was good to hang out. I just got to give my plug for the Core Team add-on. If anyone here is a company admin and they know there's a team that wants to use KV Core even better than they already are, the Core Team add-on is going to let them group together under one roof within the brokerage, but under their own brand, the team, lead routing, the whole 9 yards. And we've got our own tile. It's the first one you see usually when you go to the marketplace, and we've got a video there, and you can also have them schedule a demo. They'll likely schedule with me or Ethan McNeil. Either of us will give them a good Q&A session via Zoom, one-on-one with the team leader, and they can include their admins. I usually advise that the team leader and admins do the demo. It's not really an agent-focused demo because it's really more focused on some of the behind the scenes powers that the team leader is going to have, and they may not want the agents to know all about that.
Yeah, I think it's key to understand, Bert, that this is a separate kind of instance of KV Core, your own database. It's kind of like getting one of our competitors at a fraction of the cost, right?
It is what I kind of have to explain to people is that it's recycling the pieces provided by the brokerage to create your own kind of private office in an office. Yeah. So that's also why it's at such a deep discount versus if you talk to our sales team and wanted to buy your own standalone KV Core. And downstream, if a team spins off and does their own thing, we can support that too. But they won't get the pricing that they would get if they were doing the core team add-on.
Perfect. So very good. If you're thinking about growing your own team or agents at your office who are, as you start to bring people in, you can kind of have your own office within an office, as Bert said here, using the add-ons. So
yep.
Cool. So guys, we'll get the replay of this live on our YouTube channel. We dropped a link above here. We'll make sure it's in the description in the replay. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks with more similar content. Keep an eye on the training calendar in general on your KV Core dashboard. There is lots of stuff going on from day to day. And in a lot of these cases, you can just hop on and get access to a KV Core trainer and ask any questions that are lingering. And our training team, I will just say, are very informed. So if you have issues, just hop on a training session and ask your questions. So great. Thanks, Bert. Thanks, Annalisa.
Thank you, guys. Hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll see you in a few weeks for the next episode of this series. Bye, guys.
See you next time.